almost falls down. Throws to the end zone. Owen! Owen! Owen!
It will change, and I'm not trying to tell you something. It's going to change. It's not like that. Okay, but I want you to understand where I'm coming from. It will change. And it will change because they wanted to change, not because of me. It will change because they want to be champions.
Smith in the gun, the throw on his left hip. Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking, got it, post, and it's good! Touchdown, 49! Vernon Davis with the play of his life. It all comes to this fourth down. 4th and 4 at the San Francisco 10. Ryan in a shotgun. Rodgers to his left. 3 receivers right. Ryan takes the snap. Looking, pressure, throws middle. Broken up by Navarro Bowman. And the 49ers silence the house.
Oh shit, we're coming at you hot. Yeah, we are. We're the Gold Blooded Podcast. This is our second episode of the fucking week. Steve wants to give a disclaimer. What you're pointing down, he said. Down, boy, down. Steve, you want to give a disclaimer?
Yeah, disclaimer. Like last year, our numbers on our download numbers on our second episode are significantly higher than our first episode, which is fine. But I just want to make sure that people out there realize that you might be missing one of our episodes. So I don't know if you have a set to auto download, or maybe you just prefer the email episode better, which is cool. That's fine. But if there is a reason why you only listen to the second episode on purpose, we want to know why. We want to know what we're doing better in the second episode, so that way we can try to improve our first episode.
Yeah, we could just stop talking about the 49ers games and just read emails.
Yeah, that would be a lot less work for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to read emails all the time.
Well,
Okay.
we could read them, and then they would actually be read properly. It'd be great.
You know.
You would just pronounce the names.
Lisbon. Yeah, we'll save the Lisbons and the names for you. We'll read, and we'll, like when we did the My Bookie reads, and we just leave out segments for you. We'll leave out the names.
You know. No pleasing you people.
All right, Joe, what segment is it?
What is it?
You tell me. What's our segment right now?
Oh, what are we doing? Lock of the week?
Yeah.
Intro.
I was hoping for a sounder of some sort.
Lock of the week. Nah, you get nothing. And you'll like it. We're doing a lock of the week. We are an unbelievable.
Yeah, lock of the week.
We have done.
Oh my lord.
Had a fucking lock of the week over here.
If you're gambling at home, putting like maybe $50 or $60 on all the games that we pick, you are up big money. You could take the wife to the Red Lobster and back. You could probably even get a hotel room.
Whatever you
Red
do,
Lobster and back.
whatever you do, don't use My Bookie yet because they're not paying us yet.
And back.
Are Red Lobsters even open still?
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
there's one right around the
Of
corner.
course.
From my house. We can go.
They still got them cheese biscuits?
Yeah, but my wife makes them better. You got to buy the box.
Yeah, Red Lobster is pretty dumpy when you actually look
Yeah.
at them.
You buy the box of
Maybe we'll
biscuits.
get one in Washington. Find a Red Lobster.
Sure.
Podcast dinner.
I'll totally eat at Red Lobster while
I don't fuck
acknowledging
with
that
fish.
it's dumpy as fuck.
I'll be like, can I get a mac and cheese? The fuck
They
out of
make
here.
a burger there.
Fuck that place.
We are...
You brought them up. No, nobody else was talking about Red Lobster. You're talking about winning money and taking the wife to Red Lobster and back.
So what Joe was getting at is
Jesus
that
Christ.
as far as locks of
Fuck
the
that
week,
place.
there's 5 of us.
It's nice for somebody else.
We are a collective 10-0
Woo!
on the season.
If you've been following how terrible...
Maybe this coincides with the 49ers.
Maybe.
They win, we win.
Maybe.
16-0. 17 times 5. What's 17 times 5? 85-0?
How'd you do that so fast?
Because I'm smart, Steven.
Math. I do that like when...
You break it up. 17 is 10 and 7.
Uh-huh.
10 times 5. 7 times 5. Add them together.
Like it.
I'll like...
Should probably double check that.
I'll get items at a gas station. It'll come to whatever, 34 or whatever, and I'll give them a 20, and the person will be like,
Their eyes are spinning.
they're slow with it, and they're typing it in, and I'll be like, 852 or whatever it is, and they're like, they're blown away that you could subtract and as quickly as it's done. And then I had that adding up a golf score the other day. Somebody was like, "You're faster than the calculator." I'm like, "We're adding 3s and 4s and 6s. Get the fuck out of here. There's 9 numbers in this equation. The fuck out of here." All right. So with that said, we're a perfect 10-0. And
You know what almost got me is a 16-17. Because we're going to pick 17 weeks.
Yeah,
Even though the Niners play 16 games.
that's right.
si, senor. So,
I am going last.
okay. Curran.
I wrote mine down so I can go first if you want.
Well, Curran picked the 49ers.
For the
Minus,
Yes.
yeah, -6.5 at home versus Pittsburgh.
He's out on the other one.
I'm going to take the Rams -3 at Cleveland.
Rams -3.
At Cleveland.
All right.
Joseph?
That is a Sunday nighter or Monday nighter. Sunday nighter. That's a Sunday nighter. And then, okay, no, we go on the bye and then we face the Browns
Monday.
at home
Yes.
at Levi's on Monday night.
Yep.
All right.
I'm taking Seattle, giving 4 to the Saints at home.
So Seattle -4.
See,
Okay.
senor,
Teddy Bridgewater.
can suck my asshole.
Christopher.
I'm gonna do Minnesota at home -6.5 against the Raiders.
Wow.
I was gonna do that later, but we can't do that 2 weeks in a row.
6.5 at home versus Raiders.
Steve's got a big.
Did we take one of yours, Steve?
You took my second,
Oh, so you got to keep your first.
so I got to keep my first. My first is Atlanta Falcons +1.5 at Indy.
Going with
good
the
one.
underdog. You twat hat.
Well, the spread's only 1.5, so technically they're probably the favorite. It's just the home team gets,
Yeah, I got you.
gets a little buffer.
I got you. All right, and then we also do a little thing for us here.
Survivor.
Survivor there.
Curran's out.
Curran's out, and now Chris is out as he chose the Giants last week.
Can we just please talk about that for a
That
second?
doesn't make.
How did that go
That
under the radar?
That Chris
We need to
in
go
a
back and listen.
I
Survivor
said it.
pool.
I said it. I was like, I'm taking the Bill because I took the Bills as
I don't know
my.
if I thought it was wild. I don't know.
in a Survivor pool.
You just gotta
Eli
pick
Manning.
one win. That's it.
I don't know. We don't have to talk. There's nothing to talk about.
Oh, there's definitely something to talk
All right,
about.
so-
you picked the Giants.
So the
It's
three,
not just 3 of us.
the 3 adults.
This
left at
happens
the
every
table.
time. People just get wiped out.
It's usually me
But not
though.
by the Giants.
It's so ridiculous.
It's usually me. Week
You're
1.
keeping track like each week because I don't know who I picked the week before and the fucking. All right, I'm gonna go Dallas.
Robert going Dallas. I'm going 49ers.
Oh shit!
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know. I just think that there's
That's a very wild.
more appealing
Survivor pick.
49er weeks.
Yeah, like last week or the week before.
Yes.
Or the week after.
Last week, Niners would have been a good Survivor pick. I wish I had done it. I'm going with Rob here. Dallas. Just got to survive.
Hey, if Dallas wins,
Then
or
you win.
If Dallas loses,
If Dallas loses, you make out. You win.
and Dallas is so fucked up.
Unless the Niners lose.
yeah.
Then we go another week if everybody
Niners aren't gonna
loses.
lose though.
Dallas
Why would you
is
even
so
say that?
fucked up, they might lose.
Yeah, probably. They're probably gonna lose to the Dolphins. That's a good call. That's a good call. I probably should have taken them for my lock, huh?
You probably should have taken Miami.
Fuck.
All right, so are we doing mystery quote here before we
if
go
you
on to
got one.
Pittsburgh? I got mystery quotes.
Oh, good.
I got mystery quotes. Do I? Oh, do
Tom
I?
Brady.
So this is a coach
Ooh.
talking about one of his players.
John Madden.
Gruden.
I mean, this is something that's serious. If his spleen bursts, then we have a problem.
That's got to be the Gase.
Yeah, that's Adam Gase talking about Sam Darnold, Mr. Mono.
That's phenomenal.
Gase. What was Gase doing the other night, too? That game was a fucking shit show.
Yeah, I didn't watch.
It was just not everything about it.
I saw the Odell Beckham touchdown.
Why did you pay Le'Veon Bell all that money if your quarterback gets hurt, why aren't you just giving him the ball every play?
Every single time.
Like, figure something out. You got Le'Veon Bell. Wasn't that the whole point?
Give him the ball 100 times down
Well,
the field.
in the beginning, when they had gotten Le'Veon Bell, they fired the GM after, and then that thing came out like Gase never really wanted Bell.
So weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's there, so might
So,
as well
like-
abuse him.
Gase is just the absolute fence walker. Can I just remind everybody that although we had to suffer through a year of Jim Tomsula and Chip Kelly to finally land Kyle Shanahan, we may have missed out on Kyle Shanahan had we hired Adam Gase. We might have had 2 or 3 years of Gase, missed out on Shanahan, and still been searching for our next fucking failure right now.
Oh.
So, yeah, those were tough years, but they led us to where we are today.
Or Fangio.
Yeah.
We could have ended up with Fangio.
And the only reason why we didn't get Gase or Fangio is because they were pushing Jim Tomsula as the defensive coordinator, which neither of them wanted.
Yeah.
So they just went ahead and made Tomsula the head coach.
It's so ignorant.
So insane looking back at that time period.
But it's ignorant if you look at it like the way things turned out.
Yes.
But like to think about like if it was us, right? Like I get promoted to head coach, and I'm like, or I'm GM or whatever, and then I gotta hire a head coach, and I go, yeah, well, if you don't hire Steve as defensive coordinator, you're not taking the job. Like I would do that. I don't care. I'm trying to get you paid.
Right.
So weird.
So wild.
So crazy.
All right, yeah. So, I mean,
Gacy.
I've never had mono. Joe, you
Yeah.
said that you've had it.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
toast. I've had it too.
You've both had it.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine doing...
I couldn't go to school. Like,
Yeah.
imagine playing in the NFL.
Right, exactly.
I couldn't
And
go to
everything
school,
that goes...
which is what, walking and sitting?
Yeah. Everything that leads up to, the week of practice.
Oh,
the amount
everything.
of time you have to study. And then on
I
top
couldn't
of
Is
to
it-
get up to go to the bathroom was like a fucking chore.
Yeah.
So it's more extreme than the flu.
Oh, yeah. And then what
Similar
happens...
symptoms?
It's just exhausting.
No, you're exhausted. You're done. You could sleep 22 hours a day
be tired.
and still not enough. On top of that, it compromises your immune system. And I'm not, I've never been healthy. So I ended up getting,
a lot of people get pneumonia. I
a
think.
bronchial pneumonia was
Yeah.
that's exactly what I got. Steve, when I tell you that I would sleep for between 18 and 20 hours in a clip, I would wake up, and when I say I would almost puke mucus, because that's how much was in me, I nearly had to be hospitalized. And it was a
That's
green
awful.
and
It's awful.
grayish mucus that was overwhelming. It was disgusting.
Don't be surprised if he's out 2 months.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If he didn't play this season, it wouldn't shock me. When they said 5 weeks, my heart was like, no.
I
my
mean,
head was like, no.
they're gonna jack him up with everything they can.
Yeah,
Like
right,
You
he's
and I
all-
were just on our
right.
couch with our parents and didn't
Right.
give a fuck.
Exactly.
Our dads were like, I gotta go to fucking work.
Yeah,
asshole.
they-
here's a
that's-
fucking TV remote.
At
some
one point, my
Gatorade.
father was like, yeah, I think it's time for you to get back to
Yeah.
work. And I'm like, and the doctor's like, no, you don't understand,
Here's some Pedialyte shithead.
Yeah,
Go watch
the
TV.
fuck outta here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
bad
it's no. I mean, again, he's a little older than.
And like
we
towards the end,
were.
it gets to the point where you're like, I don't even understand why I can't fucking get up.
Yeah, and you're just
Like, it
then
doesn't
the
make sense.
depression. Then
Yeah.
depression sets in. It's a tough thing. It's if
And,
if
and
I
what's
didn't.
this, his second year in the NFL? Like, worst time.
Yeah.
Poor
So
fucking guy's
way more
toast.
extreme than a broken piggy toe, like Joshua Garnett.
Oh, it's way more legitimate to me. Yeah,
For sure.
I couldn't imagine like going through every.
The timing couldn't be worse. A sophomore year for a fucking quarterback.
Well, even
Oh.
now, like imagine you getting it now with your kids, your
Oh,
life
brutal.
responsibility, because there's no way you can't just, like I pushed forward with this infection all year, and even though I was slacking in every aspect of my life, I was able to push forward. There, you don't have that option. It
Would
just-
this happen to any other franchise that isn't the
It's the
fucking
best.
the
Jets?
Browns?
so
I mean, the
happy.
Browns.
I'm so happy that they're so bad. It's the best.
It's amazing how bad the
speaking of-
AFC East is.
Did anybody read that story on Vontae Davis today?
I did. I saw it. I haven't
Nope.
read it yet.
He was
about-
the one that quit at halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
Vernon's
it goes
brother.
into
He was playing for the Jets when that happened.
Bills.
No.
He was playing for the Bills when he
But
quit at
part of
halftime.
it is talking about like so he started with the Dolphins
Uh-huh.
and they moved him
got
to
traded.
Indy.
Yep.
And he was bummed about that. He was very unhappy about that. He felt betrayed. And then he really hit it off with Pagano. They got really tight.
He became an all-pro.
He was great. Right?
Amazing.
Then he gets injured and they want to hop him up on painkillers and he don't want to take them anymore. And they pretty much kicked him to the curb because he couldn't come back from his injury. I think he got better and then got injured again. Oh, they want him to not have surgery, take painkillers, and finish the year. He opted for season-ending surgery. They released him the next day.
Oh shit.
And when they released him, he was pissed because Pagano didn't even come tell him. And they were close. They like texted and stuff. And like somebody else told him. So he was pissed that Pagano felt betrayed. So then he was looking for a prove-it deal. He wanted a 1-year deal so he could show what he could still do and then get paid. And he took a deal from Buffalo because he said it was the highest 1-year offer. That's when he visited the Niners at that point.
He did? I don't remember him visiting.
That was one of the teams he visited. But in the article, his wife was saying when he said he was going to Buffalo, she was kind of hesitant about it. She goes, when you're in, I forget how she worded it, but something about when you're in the circles of the NFL, you hear about these bad franchises and their bad decisions they make and their history. Mm-hmm. She just trashed the Bills. It was awesome. And he was just saying, like, he was like a healthy scratch week 1 or something, and then they got him out in the field, and he said he was out in the field, and I think he made like a big play on somebody. And he said he just wasn't in the game. He's like, I wasn't even focused on the game. He's like, I knew. I was done. So he just left. He went off the field before halftime. It wasn't even halftime. It was like second quarter, nearing the end of the second quarter.
Left, yeah.
And he told the defensive coordinator, I'm done. And the defensive coordinator was like, what? He's like, I'm done.
What do you mean you're done?
So he walked off the
Could
field.
you imagine? Yeah.
We're in the middle of a fucking game here.
Oh, it gets better. He walked off the field, and they sent the team chaplain with him because they thought he was hurt. And this guy followed him all the way to the locker room, and the whole way he just kept saying, I'm done. I'm done. And he gets to the locker room, texts his wife, who's in the stands in like the 5th row in the family section.
Pull the car around, honey.
And says, I'm retiring. I'm hanging up my cleats. And she reads it like, right now? She said she was like, I didn't know what to do, so I just supported him and said, okay, I'll see you at home.
Yeah, like, how are you texting me?
So it gets even better. This is halftime. He calls Vernon at halftime, and Vernon Davis sees a missed call, and he's at halftime, and he's like, oh, this can't be good. What the hell's he calling me at halftime for? So he answers the phone. He's like, I'm done. I'm retiring. And Vernon's like, huh? What? So then he gets in his car, does a shower, takes his uniform off, gets in his car, and drives home. His wife gets home, and he's already there. She's not expecting that. She walks in the door, and he's just standing there in street clothes. And she goes, it was so absurd, I just started laughing. She's like, I didn't know what to do. She's like, she goes, in the middle of the game? That's it? They both said they just both started laughing hysterically, and then broke open a bottle of tequila and started drinking.
That's awesome.
How great is that?
Fuck it. Party on, Wayne.
It made me think, like, what a healthy marriage they must have.
Uh-huh.
The fact that like she laughed and he just laughed and they were just like, yeah, well, whatever, it's over. And then they kept saying like when they were had a drink after they were both laughing, he said, I'm never going to hear the end of this.
I got a Jason Verrett injury update if you want it.
Go ahead.
He says he is healthy. He didn't play Sunday though. He was a healthy scratch for I guess last week against the Bengals. And Shanahan said he knows that he really wanted to get out there last week, but they wanted to play it smart with him. And it looks like he has a better chance of getting out there this week. So that's something they're discussing. And
especially after K1 played the first half.
Looks like I would expect to see him this week.
Brett was a slot corner?
No, he was an outside corner.
But he's got the body of a slot.
He's got the body of a slot guy.
Got the body of a slot guy.
Oh, I want to fuck his body.
All right, another mystery quote. I don't even think that I need to preface this by saying what he is. The quote is, I'm not going to be playing quarterback here much longer if I play like I did on Sunday.
Cam Newton?
Nope.
Good one. Yeah. The next day they name him.
Who'd he say?
Eli. Oh. Not Eli.
It wasn't Winston. That would have been after week 1.
Nope.
Not Newton. No,
big money.
Ben's out injured.
Nope.
Kirk Cousins?
Yep.
Fuck off.
Playing like shit.
He thinks he's coming to San Francisco.
Okay. After what we've seen, no way.
Hey,
no
Bubba,
way. We've seen
Bubba.
even more.
Hey, Bubba, don't tell me.
No fucking way.
Hey. All right, what do we do now?
Now I got another mystery quote.
Oh, fuck.
How do I word this? Okay, so this is a coach talking about a high-priced free agent that they had. Hold on, that the team had acquired before he'd been hired.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Sounds like the gay story you just told us.
the quote goes, I was. It just hasn't worked out as well as we need it to. The good thing is that we have a long ways to go. Talking about a player making big money and not doing jack shit.
There was a Gase and Bell.
It was Gase.
Ooh. Who was their other big free agent money?
Defensive.
I don't know anybody
Hold
on
on,
the Jets
hold
defense. John Abraham.
No.
Daryl Revis.
No. I can't remember.
Secondary. Corner.
Revis.
Tremaine Johnson.
Oh, that's great.
Signed a 5-year, $72 million contract.
Gase is just chucking
He benched
everybody.
him. He benched him.
Gase is chucking everybody, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking joke.
He's saving face for later, saying
love
that
it.
I got all these guys.
The Jets, the Browns, and the Bills, all three of them.
Dolphins?
I don't know, because they haven't historically been that joke.
But they never got it done.
And
Except
the way they're
back in
going about
76.
this rebuild is a fucking is hysterical to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like the fact that they're just fire sailing.
Oh,
Is
it's
hysterical
such
to
a
me.
mess.
It makes no
Because-
sense because they're trading away their young
Right, the ones that they have under contract.
cornerstones. Like,
It makes no sense.
you don't trade away your young good
Because
players.
they're part of the
rebuild.
fix,
What are you
yeah.
doing?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That's why but the jury's out because it hasn't happened yet. Like if they're in the midst of making the big mistakes that
Yeah.
we think they're making. But the Jets, the Bills, and the fucking who else did I just say? The Jets, the Bills, and the Browns.
Yeah.
It's just year after year after year after. It's fucking incredible.
The Raiders.
I don't know yet. Like the Raiders got good. They got in the playoffs for a minute
One
with
season.
Carr. And then Gruden made all these crazy changes that we thought he was nuts.
Uh-huh.
And then he came out and won week 1. And we're like, well, maybe he's not that nuts. I don't know. To me, the biggest mistake the Raiders made was Mayock. And I love it.
You think so?
I hate that guy. I hate him. He's the one that imploded the whole Antonio Brown thing.
Oh, for sure.
1,000,000%. He's the reason that turned into a problem.
I don't think he's the reason that it turned into a problem.
1,000,000%. You don't hire a guy like Antonio Brown and then send him a letter to tell him you're fucking...
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Yeah.
Unless you want him to fucking blow up and leave your team. As soon as you send that letter, you know exactly what's going to happen.
That'd be
Yeah.
like if you guys sent me a letter about like reeling
Right.
it in or something.
That's a guy you
I'd be
go
like,
to and have a
"Suck
conversation
my
with."
Dick, you
Yeah.
fucking
You don't
cunt."
just send a letter to a guy like
A
that.
letter?
That's
Fuck
what.
you.
If you didn't know that was coming,
Right. You're an idiot.
Yep. You're right.
Agreed.
Agreed.
And as a GM, he needs to know that. That's like his job. Agreed.
All right.
Okay.
So
Look ahead to Pittsburgh.
we at home now.
Pittsburgh.
How fucking sweet is it to be 2-0 on the road?
First time since.
1989.
There you go, Steven.
So
They're
Pittsburgh.
3-0
2
for-
2-0 on the road first time.
Yes,
Yep.
since '89.
Were those East Coast games? Because I bet it's even longer.
I don't know.
2-0 overall was 2012.
It's looking good, ain't it, boys?
3-0 last time was 98.
What's the schedule look like?
We got an easier stretch, and then it gets real hard.
98. Well, we ended up losing to Minnesota Vikings in the playoffs that year.
Championship.
Yep.
NFC.
Yep. So, Pittsburgh, obviously, Ben, done for the year. He's got to get surgery. I was hoping he was going to try and go this week because we have a much better chance of defeating Big Ben with 0 arm than Mason Rudolph. But I think it's something to feel good about, but I definitely don't think it's a gimme by any stretch because Mason Rudolph is a guy that's been with them for the past 2 years, and he has played well in the preseason, especially throwing to one of his favorite targets is James Washington. They went to college together. Him and James Washington light up the preseason every single year. I definitely don't think that this is a game that you can sleepwalk through by any means. I mean, say what you want. Pittsburgh Steelers are like a proud, historic organization that typically wins football games. I can't remember the last time that they've had a losing season.
Well, they're 0-2. Now they're going to come into the fucking Bay and learn the hard way.
I hope so. I just think that I'm nervous that they're not going to take this as serious as they need to
because of
everything,
because of Ben.
and because we're 2-0.
Right. I think no
And
matter
we're
what,
home.
if Ben is there, you take it seriously.
Yes.
And I think the fact that it's Mason Rudolph makes everyone go, it's Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
And he's not terrible.
No, he's not. We'd have a better chance of defeating Ben. He was that bad so far this year.
Defense has got to eat.
Feed me.
I got to tell you, there's not a game on the schedule I'm scared of.
For us,
Yeah. If I look at this schedule and I were to list the hardest games on it, in my opinion, the 2 Rams games are probably going to be hard. We got the Ravens in Baltimore. That's probably the toughest game on the schedule.
typically when you
And then we've got New Orleans on the road after Baltimore on the road. 2 very tough stadiums to win in, both on the road. But who knows what Breeze is going to be
Right.
and Teddy Bridgewater is going to be. Those are the 2. Atlanta at home, Green Bay at home, Seattle. I ain't scared of any of those teams.
typically when you look at what the trends are for a season at the end of the year, looking back, it's weeks 3 and 4 that really kind of set the tone for the rest of the season. Weeks 1 and 2 are everybody kind of shaking off the cobwebs. It's still, it's regular season, but it's still kind of preseason because the starters don't play in preseason as much anymore. It's weeks 3 and 4 that really start to set the tone for the rest of the season. And I think that we still 2 weeks into this don't exactly know how this season is going to go down and who's going to be good and who's not going to be good. I mean, I think we have an idea. There's a few teams we can eliminate, but these next 2 weeks are pretty pivotal in the story of the season.
You know, this week at the game, they're giving away Terrell Owens' 49ers Hall of Fame pom-poms.
He's getting inducted into the 49ers Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well, if you go to the game, you can have Terrell Owens pom-poms for the first 30,000 fans.
Classy. Shake them pom-poms.
Yeah, week 5, you can get a rally towel.
Ooh.
Panthers game, George Kittle bobblehead.
Bobble.
That's a nice one.
A nice collector's item for the
Yeah,
kids.
more rally towels against Seattle. Week 11, another bobblehead. Care to guess who?
George Kittle.
Shanahan.
Kittle again.
Jerry Rice.
No, Joe Staley.
Will he be back that week?
Maybe.
Wouldn't that be something? Comes back for bobblehead game.
That'd be what I'd circle on my calendar.
That's week 11. He's hopefully back before then.
All right.
Keys to victory. Pittsburgh.
Sacks. Sacks. 3 sacks. More than 3 sacks, we win. 4 or more, we win.
Control the ground game, running wise. You know, get a dominant
Time of possession.
Yeah, but they gotta keep Breda and Mozart. They gotta rush for over 200 yards again. However that happens.
Mozart.
Yeah, I think the key to this game is honestly going to be on defense. If I had to pick one I think you win this game by stopping James Conner and making them one-dimensional.
Is he playing?
Yeah, he's going to play.
Because he was hurt too. I was like, oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah, he's off to a rocky start. He's not looking that great, but
It might be better if he tries to play hurt.
yeah, I think that you got to make them one-dimensional, and I think that once you make them one-dimensional, then our pass rushers can pin their ears back and go after that quarterback all day long. Once you take that running back out of the game and say, no, you're not running today, which is exactly what we did last week. I mean, we held Cincinnati to 25 rushing yards. That's pathetic.
25.
So we definitely got to do that again. Just fucking put the plug in the run immediately and just say you're not running on
Put the
us.
plug in the back door and slip it in.
Slip it in, Steve.
Predictions.
I think that's Steve's new nickname. Slip it in, Steve.
Slip it in, Steve. Predictions.
It's a little bit better than Stevie's
I wrote
stats.
mine
I like
down,
that.
so I'll go with it. It's 24-10.
Okay.
Curran said 21-9. I guess I kind of undercut him a little. Oh, well. Mm-hmm. Sucks to be you. Sucks to be you, Michael Curing.
Joe?
What was yours, Rob?
24-10.
Okay. I'm going to go...
I wrote that down before we got his, by the way.
I'm going to go 31-12. Now, you can make it 13.
31-13. I hope it's 31-12.
I'll be happy.
Nothing would make me happier if that was the actual score.
Chris?
I'd still win. As long as I
Most
win.
likely, yes. It would just be great that you were off.
Unless
right,
this-
and then
This prick is going to take 31-12.
I'm not. 38-17.
Wonder what Matterson will pick.
We gave up 17 both weeks, right? It's a good bet.
24-20
Who?
Niners.
Oh, he
Come
had
on, you fell for that fucking hook, line, and sinker. Jesus Christ, Joe.
Just keep
I
him
saw that coming as soon as he said, "This is not an easy game." I saw the cliffhanger beginning.
because he wants to be on the right side.
I hope you got your fucking shoe slingers on today.
All right, so this week's nominees
I've
are...
added something new where I give you the position.
I like that. So punter, and I hope you know, it doesn't have to be current players. It could be historic players.
Some of these teams we don't play often, so it's hard. There's so many.
Yeah.
Like when I looked at this roster, I was like, "Oh my god, where do I even fucking start?"
But I'm sure that we're running out of fucking Seahawks and Cardinals.
Yeah, no, I understand.
So
I typically I look at the roster and owners and coaches as a preliminary start in case anybody really jumps out at me.
okay. So we
And
got
you'll see why.
punter Jordan Berry, offensive coordinator Randy Fichtner.
How do we not know Pittsburgh's offensive and defensive coordinator by name? Never heard these names in my life.
I've heard of Fichtner.
Joe,
I've never heard of
Randy Fichtner
Never.
or Keith Butler.
I never. I
If I said to you, here's $100, tell me the offensive or defensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you would have went, keep the 100.
my guess would have been Terry Bradshaw.
No.
You know?
I couldn't have guessed those for $10,000.
I would have said Mike Tomlin and Terry Bradshaw.
Couldn't have got either one of them.
Yeah.
In fact, I would have said, I don't know, maybe fucking Mike Tomlin does one of them.
Yeah. Troy
Like maybe they don't have.
Does Troy Polamalu do the defense?
And the weird thing is, their offensive and defensive coordinators also have like a position.
What do you mean have a position?
Like it's offensive coordinator and wide receivers. And then they have a running backs coach and a.
well, their wide receivers coach died a month ago.
Okay. But their defensive coordinator is also like defensive line.
That's weird.
Right?
Their defensive line coach.
It was. I don't know if it was
brought up
defensive
on-
line, but it was something.
He was brought up on rape charges.
All right, here we're trying to get a visual. Oh my goodness, Jordan
Oh, it
Berry.
gets better.
All right, there's Jordan. There's Jordan Berry. All right, Randy Fichtner. Oh,
Good luck picking one this week.
all right, and here is Keith Butler. Oh my God.
Where do you even start with these three?
Oh man.
Go back to the first guy, Jordan Berry. That picture is great, but I think it's that one. Yeah.
All right. I'm honestly a three-way split, so you gotta go.
I feel like
Somebody's gotta
I
go.
feel like we're gonna get sued by some sort of punter eventually.
Yeah, we do pick a lot of punters.
Yeah.
All right, let's wipe him out then. Let's go narrow it down to the other two.
Okay.
We don't do an offensive or defensive coordinator often. I'm going this one. Done. Done. Look at. Go back up to that one picture. That right there is enough for me.
All right. So
that's enough for me.
We're doing Randy Fichtner, offensive coordinator. Here you go, Joe.
All right, here we go. Oh.
Looks like one of your uncles.
He looks like a fat, retarded Brett Favre. Doesn't he? He looks like he wakes up with a dip already in his mouth.
No, that's
a
not.
good
That's
line,
Todd
Joe.
Haley. That's the old
That's a
offensive
good line,
coordinator.
Joe.
He's lost.
I will tell you this right now. I will bet whatever he has battled a opiate addiction if he's not currently battling one.
That's Todd Haley.
If you have a barbecue, Randy Fichtner shows up on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
And it looks like a Harley Davidson, but it's not.
No,
It's a
yeah.
wannabe.
It's something.
Of course
Now,
it is.
please Google Randy Fichtner motorcycle. I feel like this is gonna
Sure.
work.
I could see it.
Ramdo.
That's his Hindu brother.
I love that you don't know how to spell motorcycle. That makes me so happy. Images? Nothing. Damn. I thought for Kind of looks like him.
It's Opie.
Is it him?
It's Opie. It's his son.
That kind of looks like him. Yeah, that's definitely him.
When he was younger, for sure.
All right,
It's an actual Harley, though.
I know that we vote, but let's go to Keith Butler,
Let's check out Keith Butler now.
defensive coordinator.
Why does he look so sad?
That's an alcoholic face right there.
That's Death of a Salesman, if I've ever seen it. What was that guy's name? Death of a
He looks like
That guy is the saddest human being I've ever seen.
Like, you're in the NFL, dude.
he looks like a parallel universe Kyle Shanahan that everything went wrong.
His office must smell like stale fucking cigarettes
Budweiser.
and McDonald's. That's it.
Budweiser.
Budweiser and McDonald's.
Tell me he doesn't eat bologna sandwiches for lunch.
Oh, all his adult children are dead.
He looks like the word Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's out. he's outlived his children.
That's Pittsburgh. That face right there is 100% Pittsburgh.
That's his
Billboard. Pittsburgh with that face.
That's him wearing his winter jacket. He's in a t-shirt for those scoring at home. Wow, it sucks to
Oh
be.
wait, we got one smiling. Go down one.
That's because
Right there.
He's drunk.
He's smiling.
wasted.
He is fucking
He's at a golf outing. He's drunk. Yeah, I'm a coach for the Steelers. Everybody's like, no, you're not. You fucking sweep the floor, you retard.
He's definitely got shady pictures of Art Rooney. That's why he's
Something's going. Oh, he's into black chicks. Or no, she disappeared on his watch.
what years after. That's
That's a strange.
How that got tied up in there. All right.
It was a weird thing when I was looking through their personnel, and it said their president was Art Rooney 2. Like, it didn't say junior, it said Art Rooney II. And then it said vice president Art Rooney Jr. And I got super excited because I was like, please tell me this motherfucker named both of his kids after himself and gave one junior and one 2. But I couldn't confirm that. And it seems like it was just the same person, just listed weird.
Right.
But I was like, if this guy, he's dead now, named both of his kids, like George Foreman, named all of his kids Art Rooney and gave one a 2 and one a junior, I'll be so happy. But
that would have been awesome.
I can't confirm that.
That was like me, A, and then 2 last week.
All right, so if you'd like to email us, you could find us goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com. You could find the Instagram. Curran's running that. Goldblooded Podcast, one word. You could give us money.
Curran's pictures came through.
Yeah, I saw that. You could give us money for what we do here for you, the service we provide. Patreon.com/Goldblooded Podcast. And please.
And if you want to fly to Connecticut, I'll actually perform a service for you.
Michael Kearing.
Please leave us a review on whatever you are listening to us on. 5 stars.
Preferably.
I mean, if you're going to do 1 star, at least make us laugh.
At least be honest.
Yeah.
All right. Getting to the email section, everybody's favorite debacle here. Our first email here is from the heartbeat of America and the Gold-Blooded Podcast, Matthew Matt Matterson. Number 1, no subject. Apparently, I am Michael Curring 2.0. Rob, you want to fill everybody in on Michael Curring?
I assume that's Michael Curran.
My first pick was...
Head president of Instagram for the Gold Blooded Podcast.
Head president. You hear that title, Michael Curring, head president. My first pick was made a few days before the last preseason games. I guess what the spread is instead of looking it up when I picked the Saints. I thought that the game was in New Orleans, but I was wrong. I still think the Saints will outplay LA Rams by +6. Rob, you follow that?
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I have to email my pick later in the week. Okay.
Glad we cleared the Saints Rams game though.
Yeah. We made a big stink about it. So.
Barrett Mueller.
Oh, it wasn't Kyle Easton?
No, I don't think so.
No, I have Matterson as the next one.
Yeah, probably because they clumped it together. This goes by date. That's probably later, Matterson.
What are you people doing? Are you moving stuff?
No.
I can't move the.
We're on Barrett Mueller. We're about to fuck up the NFL.
Oh. Okay. Yes, we are. Bear Mueller, we're about to fuck up the NFL. Wow, we got a lot of emails. I made it to the Breda touchdown in the fourth. What Breda touchdown?
He didn't have any.
Okay. I'm on my vacation in sunny LA, so sue me. The offense was on point on all aspects. The defense played sound football. How about Blair getting his? Penalties are getting better. With how the Steelers look, we're going to be 3-0. Maybe we can make the playoffs this year? Offensive beats of the week. Breda. Defensive beats of the week. Quan. Go Niners. All right. You fucking fuckhead. Brecken Welton. Haven't heard from this creep in a minute. The 4 C's. The first C is for crickets, which is the softest school mascot on the face of the earth, and exactly what we'll be hearing from all the critics, analysts, and experts after this game, since they have yet to recognize the future 54 Super Bowl champions, the goddamn San Francisco Football 49ers. The second C is for cock. Goddamn Jimmy Horsecock Garoppolo. Makes me fucking wet. What a fucking game, boys. Sure, there were some penalties and false starts and picks, but he rallied and balled the fuck out like the true dick-swinging gunslinger he is. The third C is for cunts. Puppy cunts, specifically. Just Joe, your voice message is the hardest I've ever laughed in my entire life. If you don't have toddlers dropping the C word on every single podcast, I'm going to be sorely disappointed in you as a father, my friend.
That makes all of us.
The fourth C is for CTE. Holy fucking tits, boys. How hard is it to get a former player as an announcer that doesn't have CTE? Every week we get some cockbag announcing our games that has no idea who anyone is, refers to the wrong teams half the time, gets every single penalty wrong, and refers to us as San Fran. Rondé Barber is the biggest cunt of them all, and whoever that half-brain dead white supremacist was this week is a close second. Who was that?
Chris
Spielman.
I don't know who he is.
Former Detroit Lions linebacker.
I don't know.
Fucking-
But every week when I watch the game, if the 49ers make a terrible mistake, I get mad at the TV. But listening to the fucking morons
it's
talk,
so bad.
that's your job. Like, that's your job. And they literally will say, it's one thing to not know, like, some ancillary third-string player, and I know them because of this podcast
like
and
a
because we
gunner,
watch
yeah.
it. That's fine. But when you don't know Matt Breida, or you don't know when they literally say the wrong team, like a team's about to score and they say the other team's defense is, whatever's happening, it's so fucking enraging. And half of them do like 10 to Tom Brenneman. That's the other guy.
Okay.
That's the one that was outed Shanahan and then acted like he didn't, pretended like it wasn't Shanahan. And I think he's the voice of the Reds or something. He does baseball too.
All right.
Fucking joke.
Well, back to Brecken
That's
Welton,
their only
sir.
job. They have 6 days to study the fucking teams that they're going to be talking about.
They don't even put 6 hours into it. Those dumb
I feel
fucks.
like at the very least, I would technologically come up with a way to like type in a number quick and find a name so that I wouldn't fuck it up.
I would have the roster.
something.
I would have the roster duct taped to my face.
Something. Fuck.
Write it on your hand.
Brecken Welton. In other news, I'm stationed in Okinawa, Japan, and woke up at
I
2
love that
a.m.
you nailed Okinawa.
to watch
I
the
love
game.
that you nailed Japan.
Literally can't say Mostert.
Well, he woke up at 2 a.m. to watch the game, and holy fuck, boys, was it worth it. I'm sure you've already discussed all the marks we hit since the 60s and 90s and since the Harbaugh days. That made me hard. Looking forward to the debauchery this week, you fucking degenerates. The Super Bowl is ours. Everyone else can suck my dick from the back. Brecken.
That's catching on.
It is catching on.
I stole it from the Bodega Boys.
Ooh, we're back to voice.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, and look who it is. Mark from motherfucking Upper Michigan.
Michigan.
Mark Dubard. 49ers destroy the Bengals. Let's hear what this creep's got to say.
Hi, from Upper Michigan.
Stall for a second.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
God.
fuck you, dead air.
We were just talking about a crew that has
Yeah.
one job.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, he's
He's not even plugged in. Oh,
Oh, God. Is the podcast even recording?
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
amazing. He's got a
Completely forgot to plug this thing in.
Is this recording? I don't know if I don't know if we're on air.
You know the best part is he's actually awake this week and still couldn't get it on.
I
If he
don't
was
know.
sleeping, it'd be one thing.
Is that who's driving the ship? Oh,
Feedback is the best.
there's sparks flying.
I love that in the haste to fix it, that we shut everything down.
He just like he panicked and just he just turned it off.
Started pulling wires.
Did you kill our fucking projector?
No, it's turn it on.
Everything is off.
Time to play, it said.
This Gold-Blooded Podcast to listeners. Gold-Blooded Podcast to Are You There?
I love that before I watched it go haywire and it wasn't him. Like I looked over and he wasn't touching it. And that time he just started pulling wires and he just went to straight shutdown mode.
There were sparks. All right, are we
like-
ready?
And it was like on cue. All right, we got a voicemail. Dead silence.
Dead air. Here we go, boys. Mark Dubard.
What's up, puppy cunts? What
That's
a
just Joe.
fucking ass whooping that was. Holy shit. You know, I didn't know how much they were going to win by, but, you know, go back to last week. Tampa Bay favored by 1, and I'm like, yeah, that's going to happen. I knew we were going to beat them, and we did. And then you think we'd get any fucking love in week 2? Fuck no. Vegas had Cincinnati favored by 2, and I'm like, ha! Okay, yeah, we're going to beat those fucking assholes too. And what did we do? Rolled into Cincinnati, beat them like redheaded stepchildren. You know, that fucking Ginger throwing the ball, he couldn't do shit. Just made asshole pudding out of these fucking assholes. So now we're 2-0. And,
Was that a smoke?
you know what everyone's
Might have
going to
been a
say on
sniff.
fucking Sports Center. You know, they're going to say, well, you know, let's calm down. They haven't really beaten anybody yet. You know, they haven't beaten a playoff team. Fuck you. They're not going to give us any love either, but that's all right, because we know what's going to happen. We know we're going to keep on rolling. We're going to hit the playoffs, but we're not going to get no love from anybody, especially Stephen A., because, you know, he's too busy sucking Aaron Rodgers' fucking cock. That fucking asshole. He can suck a bag of dicks, too. But about a month ago, you know, I got this group text going on with like 8 of my buddies. And about a month ago, it was preseason. I'm looking at the schedule. I'm thinking, you know, we're probably, I'm thinking we're going to go 3-0 into our bye week, face the Browns on Monday night, undefeated. And of course, everybody's fucking yucking it up, just laughing at me, saying, yeah, you're fucking high, 49ers suck. So far, the prophecy has come true, so they can all suck a dick, too.
A lot of dick sucking going on.
Steelers, normally they're
Upper
pretty
Michigan.
good, but they look like shit this year. Big Ben hurt his fucking elbow, so I don't know if he's going to be playing or not, but either way, we're going to win that, our home opener. I'm sure we'll win that one, too. But, holy shit, 72 points in 2 fucking games. I did not see that coming. Very impressed, very happy. Offensive Beast of the Week has got to go to fucking Breda. I mean, he was running like he fucking stole something. Defensive line, I give the Defensive Beast of the Week to the defensive line because, you know, they were just fucking stellar all day fucking long.
Opens close.
You know
Was that a
how I
spaceship
actually
taking off?
watch the games is I used to have DirecTV, but I got sick and tired of their fucking bullshit, you know, raising the prices and poor customer service. So what I do, in case you guys don't know about this, I don't know how long it's been around, but I downloaded the NFL app on the Roku, and instead of paying $300 through DirecTV for Sunday Ticket, I paid $99 for the NFL Game Pass on the NFL app. And it allows you to watch any game. The only problem is you can't watch it live. You got to watch the replay as soon as the game is over, which I don't give a shit. Game's on at 1, watch the replay at 4. But they also show the scores, and I don't want to see the fucking scores because then I'm not going to want to watch the game. So I got to have the girlfriend turn it on for me while I'm not looking. And then I watch the game, which is actually 2 hours instead of 3 because they cut commercials out. So for those of you that don't know about
That's a
that,
pretty good move.
that's pretty fucking sweet.
Plus,
But yeah, I'm
Mark, I got one for you. I have not tried this myself, but somebody on Twitter told me about this. If you get a VPN blocker, which most people have VPN, like IP Vanish or something like that, and you set yourself to living somewhere in Europe, people in Europe that have Game Pass get the games live. That's pretty much Europe's version of Sunday Ticket. So if you set your VPN to Europe, then you might be able to get live 49ers games through Game Pass.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Go
I like
what
the
a
move.
podcast.
I like the whole orchestrated scenario.
Yeah.
Can't check your phone, can't do any of that, and the girlfriend has to start the game.
Yeah. I like that the
I love
consistent theme throughout, like the Gold Blooded podcast listeners is like just subtle abuse. You know, like poor girl.
fucking happy.
I wouldn't say poor girl. I'd say it sounds like he's got himself a nice girlfriend.
Yeah, oh yeah, this guy. Everybody's a fucking asshole with bullshit sucking dicks in Upper Michigan.
No, he seems like she's great.
Yeah.
We're fucking kicking ass. We're rolling, racking up fucking points. The only problem I really had was when Jimmy G threw that fucking interception to, one of our wide receivers who was covered by like 6 fucking defenders. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking there. He caught a case of the dumbass on that one. But he did redeem himself by throwing 3 touchdowns. So, all in all, pretty impressed, pretty happy, and looking forward to getting a 3rd win against the Steelers and being undefeated going into Monday night against the Browns. So, yeah, I'm happy, kicking ass. I'll talk to you fuckers later.
All right, Mark Dubard, thank you for the enthusiastic email. You fucking psychopath from Northern Michigan. Next email, Barrett Mueller. The 49er fan brotherhood is real. After the game, I took my family to downtown Disney, and a guy in a 49er polo chest bumped me. A guy in a Jimmy G jersey screamed, "Go Niners," across the damn park to me. And a guy in a Joe Montana jersey fist bumped me. No hand job, though, huh? I fucking love this.
That's what fist bump means.
Right. I can read between the lines. I fucking love this fan base and the camaraderie that comes with it. Ben Pissburger is out for the season. We're about to be 3-0 to kick off this season. All right.
Do you remember when we went to Washington last time, Joe?
Yeah.
That was close to a home game.
It was. That was intense. Lots of...
All the shit talking everywhere.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite shit talks I ever heard. We're in the bathroom line in FedEx Field. Redskins fans, Niners
What fans?
Oh.
Oh, racist Redskins fans.
Team
Okay.
When you're there, you'll know they're Redskins fans. They're not Washington
Team from
fans.
Washington. Oh, yeah. No doubt. Yeah.
I would say maybe 20% 49er fans in the bathroom, something like that. And the Redskins fans are pissed. How come there's so many 49er fans here? Yada, yada, yada. And one of the 49ers fans said, well, if your loser fans didn't sell their season tickets, none of us would be here. And it was like, huh, good point.
Yep.
True that. Next email from Matterson. I forgot to add the defensive beast of the week in my audio. It goes to Steady Freddy.
Steady Freedy.
Opinions to say under 5 minutes. And it is
In
4
my
minutes and 10
last two
seconds.
audio recordings, they sounded different. I mean, the first one, I may have sounded afraid. Hey, who knows? Maybe I was visited by an attorney named Tom Hagen. If anyone's seen The Godfather, you know why. That was a joke. Second one, it sounded like I was multitasking because of you dirty fools. But hey, in my opinion, I think I over-exaggerated my huge sigh of relief. Huge sigh of relief.
What was that sound effect in the background?
But that said, back to the first one, that title, opinions from Mr. to Mr. S. I was addressing to Enrique Sanchez.
Good job, Joe.
Him saying that
He was
guys
addressing.
tarnish Jerick McKinnon's name. That's a load of crock. Now, I mean, I understand why he wants to see the guy play for the Niners. I do too. But if the Niners running back depth stay healthy towards the end of the season, and at least 2 out of 3 or 4 players on that roster outshine, it's going to be tough for Jerick McKinnon to stay as a Niner. So we'll see what happens at the end of the season. We'll see. Who knows? I could see why he might leave the Niners after the season. In other words, that said, onto the game. So when the game was 7-7 in the first quarter, I thought which team was going to wear down faster. And apparently it was the Bengals defense that was worn down first. They were exposed. Their weakness was exposed. And that's why I give the offense piece of the week to the entire offense, the running backs, the receivers, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Everybody
It was
gets
a
to touch
team
that
effort to take down the
precipitation trophy.
Bengals in this
Precipitation?
win. And leads me to the what I thought you guys were saying, K and BR were saying last week after the Tampa Bay game, where he's still shaking off some rust. I mean, he did make an interception against the Bengals, but it wasn't a pick six this time. But I'd like to see Garoppolo make at least play a few games where he doesn't throw an interception or cause a fumble or something. Just saying. Yeah, I can't say anything bad about the defense. Sad to hear D Ford injured and Joe Staley. That makes me a little bit nervous about the offensive line because they don't have a left tackle. I mean, McGlinchey would take that spot, but they need another left tackle, I think, for a few weeks. That said, Niners, Steelers, week 3.
31.
I mean, we'll see if Roethlisberger's in the game, but I'm going to say, this one's going to be a close one. Niners 27, Steelers 21. I am out, really.
Thank you for your guidance, Matthew. Next email from Matt Matterson. A softer intro. Oh, wait. No need to read this message and audio on the show. I don't know if you will stick to it or not because not a lot of listeners express their opinions. If you guys change intros, though, here is a volume-controlled edit of Through the Years. I listened to the previous version, and man, it was loud. I don't to cause hearing problems for the listeners. I don't know that we need to... Are we going to listen to this? Oh, yeah, okay. We don't need to do that.
No?
No, we've already heard it.
All right. Yep.
Lily H. Or no, Enrique Sanchez finally chimes in, the fucking mark. Let's see what he's got to say. Go Niners, title. The last...
Want me to read it?
What?
You want me to read it?
Sure. Give me a break.
So that way you could get more mad at somebody that's not yourself reading it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got a lot going on.
This last game was just amazing to watch. Our defense and Jimmy G looked great. The last touchdown by Ross was just a gift. We had them 41-10 for a while, and to think that the Seahawks struggled with them, ending 20-21 in week 1. Reply to the gold-blooded Matt Matterson? Barrett? Question mark?
That's Beret.
Beret? Well, what I can say, I felt like a complete idiot sending the email, hoping McKinnon would come back mid-season, and then moments later seeing that it's going to be a season-ending IR. You guys did call it. He is done. My reasoning behind believing in him is that money talks, and they paid him lots of money. It's just unbelievable that this guy got paid so much, so nothing. Going to the game this Sunday, just 3 hours from Fresno, Niners 34-10.
Okay. Matt Matterson, number 12. I'm going to give this another week. I would take Buffalo over the Bengals, -6 points.
All right.
All right, we will log that with the appropriate bookie, Matt. And
Did we get a score prediction from him?
Yeah.
27-20.
Yeah, 21.
27-21. There you go.
All right. Gustavo.
I got lost in there somewhere.
Gustavo Sanchez. Defense wins championships. Yo, what's up, hoes? First time writer. Shout out from small town, Northern California. Defense wins championships, but not Super Bowls. The defense so far has performed amazing up front, and the secondary has been good at best. Still allowing too many big plays, but the offense needs to hopefully build off the performance from Cincinnati. We need the wide receivers to get open, and we need Jimmy to be on the same page. Debo's a savage. The offense did awesome for sure, no doubt, but they were carried by defense week 1. If they could stay golden come Sunday against Pittsburgh, bad defense, and we go into the bye undefeated, I'm confident they will be a top 10 offense by the end of the season with the talent we have. All right, I'm out. Fuck you, random person. Fuck you, random person. You're cool. Gold-blooded squad. Sincerely, Gustavo Sanchez. No relation to the other guy. Glad he cleared that up.
He knew we would ask.
He's like, I want to be clear. Me and the other dirty Sanchez of no relation. All right. Ricardo Aguilera. Did we get it right today?
Yes.
All right. Hard on for W's. Hey, Gold-Blooded crew. The fucking 49ers are 2-0 for the first time since 2012. The Bengals stood no chance. Multiple 49ers laid their cocks on the Bengals' foreheads and scored touchdowns. Still no meow meow celebration, though.
Hold on. Steve, is this what you predicted when you started this podcast? Emails that said multiple 49ers laid their cocks on the Bengals' foreheads?
No, but it's so much better than everything that I imagined.
I imagine
better.
a time when our emailers are emailing laying cocks on their foreheads.
We started this podcast censored, too.
Yeah, the first season, there was none of this.
That was funny.
Yeah.
No.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we only went dirty in the offseason. And then we were like, or we can't go back. All right. Back to the cock on the forehead.
Still no.
Yeah, still no meow meow celebration now. I'm glad to see other offensive players get involved. The loss of Joe Staley sucks, though. Offensive beast of the week, everyone. Defensive beast of the week, Eric Armstead, DeForest Buckner, and Ronald Blair III for sacking that dirty ginger for a total loss of 19 yards.
I think you meant RB3.
I saw it as RB3, but I got to stay true to the email, you know. Fuck!
Stay classy. His one job is the computer. Your one job is talking. We guys are batting 1,000.
Oh, I didn't think I
I don't know. Maybe if you're gonna do a podcast where you talk, popcorn's not the best snack.
Yeah, well,
call me fucking crazy.
We learned that lesson today. The hard way. Ginger for a loss of 19 yards. So on to Pissburger Ben Raperburger.
Pissburger.
Pissburger.
No, Joe.
I know.
No. Nope.
I know. But I like Pissburger. It's going to be bad for
You're
the
going to have
Steelers.
a Pissburger if we don't win the Super Bowl.
That's right.
That's going to be your name.
Already is.
What's better, drinking a cup of piss or eating a burger doused in piss?
I'll take the burger all day.
I don't know. Listen,
You might get some meat flavor out of it.
Hold on. We're all aware that I have opened my mouth and let a stripper urinate in it, right?
No.
Well, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, we're getting a little long here.
Okay, well, that really happened twice. So to think that I'm not going to drink a glass of piss, you can all fuck off.
I don't know that that's something you wanted on the air. You might want Chris to back that one up a little.
Fuck it. We crossed that fucking bridge. Was my wife going to find out? I mean, she knows. She just doesn't want to know. You know? No, she wasn't. It would have been phenomenal. But I've been trying to get her to piss on me for 10 years.
Love that you and I wish she was. Not even mad.
All right. So on to Pissburger and Raperburger.
Pissburger.
It's going to be bad for the Steelers. No Bell or AB or even their Raper quarterback is done for the season.
Raper quarterback.
This game should be another dominant win, 41-6 Niners. Also, I understand you boys would like to know where your listeners hail from. How about also putting on how we came across your podcast? Yeah, that'd be great.
And he doesn't do it.
I know. Unfucking real.
Doesn't do either.
I'll put that in my next email. Go Niners.
And that's a long thing. Like, it's not like I'm from here and this is how I found it.
Yeah.
I'll do it next time.
Okay.
That's our fan base. If that doesn't sum up our fan base, I think it's a really good idea to hear where we're from and how we came. I'll do it next time.
Yeah, I'll get you. And then you know what the best part's going to be? We'll never hear from Ricardo again. He'll get arrested. That'll be that. All right. Just Joe Bro says,
I'll do it next time.
Did I make the deadline? What?
You want an outro here?
Yeah, we're gonna outro with this. We're gonna let Just Joe take us out. This fucking psychopath.
Oh God.
The title is Steelers. He says, sorry for the background noise. Your boy was driving.
Oh God.
Fantastic.
Oh boy.
All right. Are we getting a child puppy cut?
No, he's coming. He's coming home.
He tried
from
to
work.
squeak it in.
Yeah.
Are we gonna talk after?
No.
I feel like it might have been so late because he was waiting till he picked up the kids.
Maybe.
We'll see what happens.
Come on, kids.
2 minutes.
What's cracking, guys?
3 minutes.
2-0 on the road. Feels freaking fantastic. Now we're going home to face the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, looking at this game, I was thinking, oh, we got this. Even when Big Ben was in, when he was healthy, oh, we got this. It's going to be a good game, but we got this. Man, now that he's gone, I just want to mollywop these fools, like mollywop them. I mean, seriously, give them an ass beating of biblical proportion. Like, just to freaking do it, just to tell everyone in the league, suck a fat one. Oh, don't worry, there'll be no puppy cuts out of no kids this week. I don't let my kids cuss either. Like, they're not allowed to. Like, bad words, no. That's why I try not to cuss, but sometimes I just get overwhelmed. And during 49er game, that's what do they call it? That's a safe haven. So they can go, not no cussing, but they can throw a puppy gun out, you know what I mean? But anyways, back to the game.
No cussing, but they could say puppy cut.
I'm going to predict this real quick. I'm going to go 34-10. 34-10. Going through puberty. 34-10. I'm going to say George Kittle 2 touchdowns. I'm going to go say Breida runs for a touchdown, and
Is he in a fucking spaceship?
I'm going to say Pettis is back in this one.
Sounds like he's sitting next to the turbine on an airplane.
At home, a touchdown for him.
Operating a bulldozer.
I'm going to go straight into Beast of the Week. I was thinking, like, man, who could I give it to? So I'm going to go off and I'm going to give it to Kyle Shanahan. Because, damn, like, I know I put a lot of hate towards this guy, and I was really doubtful, but son of a gun. I mean, people had this game a lot closer than what it actually, like, turned out to be. Offensive.
He's out on the tarmac directing airplanes.
It's easy to give it to the running backs, but I'm going to give it to Jimmy Garoppolo again. He was 10 for 10
taking a nap in a fucking in the center of a fucking 6-lane highway.
Defense? Oh man.
It's like
Witherspoon?
in the ocean.
Who would have thought?
He's riding in the engine compartment.
Our defensive Beast of the Week to Witherspoon. Alright, but my overall Beast of the Week is still Kyle Shanahan. Hey guys, I'm out of here, man. I'm enjoying this victory. 2-0 on the road, going home to smash. Wait. One more thing.
Going home to smash.
What kind of sign are you guys gonna make when you go to that Washington game? What are you gonna put on your sign? I mean, are you guys if Joe makes a sign, Joe, are you gonna put a picture of a horse and then a picture of a rooster and then a picture of Jimmy Earthworm Jim's face? I mean, what are you guys gonna do here? Hey guys, see you on the flip side. Peace out, puppy cunts.
He's gonna draw a picture of a puppy cunt.
Oh, that would be great though. Just Jimmy Garoppolo's face, a fucking horse, and then a fucking rooster.
Yes, we each get one picture.
Yeah.
That people trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
The fourth one is Earthworm Jim.
No, it'd be like Earthworm Jim, Garoppolo's face. It'd be like Earthworm Jimmy Garoppolo, horse, rooster, horse cock. What the fuck?
Holy
so
shit.
good.
Oh, are we recording?
I left it going.
Okay, we're done.
Fuck it, we're out.